What's up, anime lovers? And
Hey.
yep, and yes, so we are back again because I know I have been busy and I didn't do anything last week, but I was busy. So hey, well, sometimes when you're busy with life and everything else. Ah, it gets in the way. But now we're here. I have the brown butter baker. Christina's
Hey.
here.
How you
Yes.
doing? How's everyone doing? Oh, that was me in the chat.
Oh no, I heard. Yes, my TTS like, hey, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. So we are back again. Yes, I know, right? We are on a run of uh anime movies. Hey, they're fun to watch and do, and it saves us time. Even though we could do a series, but this saves us time. Plus, we're on a roll of Netflix animes because somehow Netflix now has a bunch of anime, even the movies.
hmm
Yeah,
And I'm not sure. I'll have a question for you when we get to that one. But yeah,
sure.
are the anime movies accessible to those who are blind?
You mean what, like the audio description, or in
Yes,
general, like to watch?
to watch and
To
auto
watch,
description.
yes. Audio descriptions, no.
Really? Come
Yep,
on, Netflix.
I know, but yeah,
I don't usually call people out like that, but come on, bro.
yeah. Well, this anime is definitely on Netflix. Okay, like I said before, and plus like it's more convenient. Except than selling the CDs to watch it. But yeah, it's on Netflix, and it should be on, I think, probably on Crunchyroll too, but I'm not really sure.
Probably.
But the anime is Suzume. It's a 2 hour and 1 minute movie. It's PG.
Not 2 hours. 2 hours and one. There was a
Yeah.
movie once that literally was like, um, at the end of it, they were saying, "Oh, well," because the guy was making a movie. And went, well,
Hmm.
how long is it? And he's like, "It is exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes long." And I went, "Wait a minute!" And that's the runtime for the entire movie, including the credits. I'm like, you really."
Well, okay. Well, technically, if you slice off like 3 minutes, well, 4 minutes. It's really an hour and 57 minutes. Give or take. Yeah. Okay. So
You ready to
an
get
hour.
into this?
Yes, and yeah, yeah. So I'll let her, Christina, do like the the whole the description of the movie, because one, like the description of the movie on my side keeps changing. It changed to me 4 times.
I got an interesting phone call about that. And I
Yeah.
swear I read that on Sunday and was rather confused, and then it just changed, and I haven't seen that description since.
Mm-hmm.
So the description that I have from Netflix that uh there is from the Telegraph says he's in search of a door. She opens it by accident. Now they must save Japan from disaster in a spookily beautiful cosmic adventure from the Telegraph. This is directed by, I don't speak Japanese. I apologize. Makoto Shinkai, who has directed Your Name, I think Garden of Words,
Oh,
Weather.
I have seen a Garden of Words. That was on like a Netflix for a while.
I think Garden of Words. Don't quote me on that because I recognize the name. Yeah,
No, yeah.
it's directs
Well,
really
I'm
pretty
sorry.
movies. You're fine.
Yeah, because like
Um,
Garden of Words wasn't that long, anyways. It's like
Mhm.
45 minutes almost.
um,
What? Just saying,
no,
right?
no, you're fine. Um, Your Name, not Your Name. That's sorry. I just like that movie. And
What's
not to
it?
say I
What?
don't like, not to say that I don't like Suzume. Suzume is about a young girl. How can I best put this?
That's 17.
She is 17.
Mhm.
Oh, thank Okay, those are for personal reasons. I'm not going to get into that. So,
Of the movie gave me, oh, you know, blah 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 blah. She's with a 17-year-old girl. Da 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 da.
oh, well, that makes me feel so much better, actually. There are reasons. But anyway, so I
Yeah,
have a bit of a, not a gripe or whatever with the movie, but in
I
itself,
kinda too, a bit too. It's mostly near the end.
it
Well,
just,
near like close to, well, past the road trip part, but then near that part
mm,
section, yeah, that is like, yeah. But
so
yeah,
like
so keep going. Sorry.
the no, you're fine. The plot of the movie is not necessarily confusing to me. I understand that she's essentially, I guess she's looking for something and she felt drawn to this guy. She was at home, she was riding her bike down a scary long hill. Oh, sorry, I've done that and I've screamed the whole way. Anyway, if she comes across this guy, if she has, like, oh, connection kind of feeling.
Yep,
And
Sota.
yes, his name's Silton. Thank you so much. I was like, what is his name? He kind of looks like Aaron Yeager from Attack on Titan when he's like old, like but long haired Aaron.
What? Like not looking like a Fragolion?
No, he doesn't look like Fagolion. He looks like Aaron. But he looks like a calmer Aaron that didn't have to do what Aaron had to do. I stand with Aaron. Anyway,
Team Aaron.
no, because I remember somebody arguing with me about that. He's like, but he did these things. And I'm like, do you have a better option? They got quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Not with what they had to deal with, I guess. There could have been, but everybody was too stubborn. So yeah, back to Suzume. So she meets this guy. She has a name Sota. She feels it like, I guess, a spark or some kind of connection to Sota. And he's Sota's job is, he's a closer. His job is to find doors. I noticed that's a little interesting. Find doors in abandoned areas.
Yeah, so spiritual doors.
Spiritual doors connected to the ever after, where souls go to rest, and close them or make sure they're closed, and he's getting his steps in, because you got to go to abandoned areas. So he asks her and he goes, find it, and she's like, weird, okay, whatever. And she goes on, I guess, to school or whatever, and then she sees something that no one else can see, and she's drawn to go figure out what it is, and understands that that's the area where she sent this guy to. Oh no, then no one can see it. So clearly she must be the only one to go check this out.
Even though all signs going, don't go. Why go?
So she goes because I'm guessing she feels responsible. Like, I just sent this guy over there, something just exploded, and no one can see.
Yeah, but at the same time, he did ask for directions though, and he did ask for, hey, do you know where any ruins are?
Yep. So, and she gets there, and she steps into this water. It's like this is my gripe. Ugh, because now she has wet feet. Anyway.
Every place they go to had water.
Did it?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I noticed that.
Yeah, every place.
Sorry. You said fine. You had a smoothie earlier, and I got one from Tropical Smoothie, but earlier today. But
I was, they brought back their watermelon mint mojito.
Huh?
They brought back their watermelon mint mojito.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's awesome. It tastes so good.
So it technically isn't my favorite. My favorite is actually, I got it, but it still tastes the same. I would prefer more strawberry, even though it's technically watermelon.
Well, technically the one that I go to is like the Mango Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My favorite, that is technically not on the menu because it's a holiday one. It's called a cranberry truffle, where they use Ghirardelli white cocoa powder, strawberries, cranberries, yogurt, and I forgot what else. and it's so good. And I
Okay.
wish I got that one. It's not on the menu though, so if you go look for it, it's just not gonna be.
I
It'll be
like
near
their
me.
watermelon, like a mint mojito.
Hmm?
I I like the watermelon. It
Okay.
tastes nice.
But if you're ever interested in trying something different, just say cranberry truffle is
Well,
very good.
I gotta wait till the holidays.
No, you don't.
No?
No, they can make it. Just
Oh, they
ask.
can.
Just say, hey, can I get this? And they'll probably be like, sure. It's not on the menu.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, they're gonna be like, no, we can't do that now.
Mm.
Oh no, I said too much.
uh,
But
oh
yes,
well.
so she sees this little shrine of a, I think it was like of a cat, and I don't know
Yeah, cat.
exactly what happened to it or if she broke it because I kind of missed that. But
She
she's
kind of
helping.
like she lifted up. She lifted
Oh,
it
she
up.
moved it.
Yeah.
So she moved it, and they're helping. She's helping so to close the door. And she's
Yeah.
like, wow, what was that? This is weird. Blah 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 blah. And
But then
like,
like,
oh, and then it
it's like so
caused
awesome too.
earthquakes and everything.
Yeah.
It was causing earthquakes, and people were just like, you got to shelter, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
And it's resolved. But he's hurt. So she takes this person that she does not know, that she's feeling responsible for, back to her house so she can bandage him up, and I guess find out more information, because I am honestly guessing she's feeling somehow connected to this person. Maybe it's because he's been, or like deals with what he's doing and has experienced the ever after, but I don't know. So what are your takes on that? Do you think she feels somehow connected to him, either by, oh my god, he's hot, or by just, I guess, general connection, and you're just following him?
It's mostly general because like she finds what he's doing so interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. It's very, when you watch it, I hope you do. I'm not trying to say anything wrong about this movie. It's just that part is so loose to me because of how it ends. And it's
Yes,
not a
like
bad ending.
yeah, because like to me, especially after the whole road trip part, because like the whole the whole road trip part actually really would be like better.
Gotta have that
It'd
road
be-
trip song in there.
Mhm. Yeah,
So she helps bandage him up and everything. She talks about her mom, how her mom was a doctor, and she also built
like a nurse actually.
a nurse. Yeah, she
Mhm.
also could build stuff, and built this little chair. Is missing a leg, and then this cat shows up,
Mhm.
and it's a little adorable thing. And then it was just like, you're in the way, and they're like, it spoke, and next thing you know, Sota's gone, and Sota
Mhm.
became, or Sota's spirit body, whatever, is now in the yellow chair, and there,
Ah.
and the cat is like, all right, I'm out. And just runs away, and they go on this wild chase. She runs past her aunt, who's like, I came home to check on you because of the earthquake, and where are you going? And she's just like, that's fine, bye.
Yeah.
And just runs back out, and her aunt's like, absolutely not. And but teens,
Yep.
you got to do, man. I'm the only one, no one's gonna understand, so I can't say what's going on or anything.
Yep. And like yep. Even though like her aunt is trying though.
She really tried. It's so hard. So yeah, so it just goes on a nice wild goose chase to find this cat, and along the way close more doors. And then Suzume finds a nice, like, a person her age, and she stays with her family for a while. And then she's headed off to find, she's still searching for this cat. So she finds
And the fun thing is her family
woman
like
with
that, like her friend
stuff.
owns a restaurant too. Okay.
Yep. So she just ends up staying with people who own restaurants. Meanwhile, her aunt is tracking her, trying to find her, because as a parent should,
Yep.
we're gonna find you, because we're not, like the movie Taken, we'll find you.
And plus, like at the same time, her aunt's trying to find
She's stressing.
details. stressing, but then also like the try hard guy wants to date
Oh
her.
my god. I'm just ignoring this man. It's okay. If you have been turned down, let it go. That's all I'm gonna say. This man is just like
Persistent. It's funny though.
he is not. It's not in a rude way of not accepting a no. It's more like, hey, I'm here for you, and every available opportunity. Hey, he just took it, but he's not accepting the obvious in the room. Even his coworkers like, dude, still.
Really, man?
Like, she's not interested, okay?
Yeah.
And he's just like, no. But yeah, so he's just trying to make it.
Actually, wait, no, not try hard, but desperate guy. There you go.
I don't know if I want to call him desperate, but he's something.
Okay, try hard. There you go.
I won't call him like stalking wise, but it's like, bruh.
Can't take the hint, guy. There you go.
Yeah. So she's tracking her. Meanwhile, Suzume's running around with a chair with 3 legs. She's slowly running out of money. She gets to Sota's apartment, and I'm sorry. Let me go back. So while she's staying with this older woman and her kids, she's watching the kids and helping, run the bar, run food and everything. Another earthquake happens because if you recall, I said that along the way they were closing doors. So I know it sounds so weird for someone who just pops in and they're closing doors. Magical doors. Magical doors in weird spots that shouldn't be there.
Abandoned areas that had earthquakes.
Yes. So it causes earthquakes when it opens. It's a worm, and it actually looks like a worm with giant, with thin and large tentacles that come out. And I'm just like, they had to make it a worm though. It had to be a worm. And I thought well, I mean the theme is cat. Could have made it a fish. Ball of yarn. Okay, I'm joking about the ball of yarn, but a ball of yarn. But it had to be a worm. And it looked like a worm. One of them there. I was like, ugh. Anyway, I don't like worms. I'm sorry. I used to go fishing, and I refused to ever touch a worm. I played with minnows as a kid. I refused to touch those worms, man. I can't. But yeah, he's over there plotting, she doesn't like worms, so. But yeah, so what I meant to get to is one particular door opened up at an abandoned theme park.
Yep.
And she goes there, they split up, so you just see this yellow 3-legged yellow chair just running. And Suzume,
like Sonic, literally da, 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 da.
He's like, oh, I'm so much faster in this form, bruh. No, that's
not 3 legs, man.
That's not a good thing, but you have an extra leg to run with, so instead. So she's going to, I guess, close the door while he's
Ferris wheel,
the cat, which is named by the public Daijin.
I know, right?
And I mean, Daijin is adorable. It's a white cat with a few with one little Coke bottle eye. It's a little black eye. Mm-hmm. He's cute, little.
It's funny though, when they're literally chasing the cat, right? Throughout the whole movie, everyone is like, oh, hey, that's kind of weird. Okay, all right, cool.
Well, cats are one of those creatures that are just
not a cat. When they go the cat. Oh, but then they go, oh, look at that, a chair. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that one threw me. They're just like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I need that mentality for daily life. Oh, scrolling through TikTok. Oh, that's different. Okay.
Oh, look at that chair. Oh, okay, cool. Time to keep on with my day. Okay.
I need to do that when I hear about stuff about politics. Oh, okay. Time to keep on about my day. Anything unpleasant in life? Oh, okay. Keep it on. I got stuff to do. But yeah, so she gets up to this Ferris wheel, but she sees she's being drawn to the door now instead of to
Mhm.
close it.
Mhm.
And he she can see inside it. She's just drawn, like, going further and further, and he's like, she's gonna fall because obviously, she can't walk.
Mhm.
He doesn't understand she can't walk in, and honestly, she could. However, she was gonna fall. We'll get
Yeah.
to the ending in it. So he snaps her out of it, and
And they close the door.
and they close the door, and then they move on, and then she ends up at his apartment and everything to read more, to get a book about what he's being a closer and stuff. Meanwhile, Daijin is just catting around
Yep.
the area. So her aunt is probably approaching the area right about now. One of Sota's friends comes
I can't
to
remember his name. I just saw the movie right now.
I
I don't know. His name is
Kanazawa?
kind of, huh?
Kanazawa.
Yeah, I think so.
He shows up and is just rather demanding for what his job is about to be.
Hmm.
He's a rather demanding person.
It's like, Sota, where you at, man? Where's my
Where's
money?
my money? The whole movie, where's my money? And in fact, he's the
and
one
weren't
that
you
owes
supposed to be at your test too?
it. He's like concerned, like, where is he? I know your family business is suffering, but you have your own life. And
Mhm.
and Suzume thinks about that. She's like, oh yeah, he does have his own life. Like, I thought, this would be a nice, fun thing to go do, and this dude has his whole life.
Mhm. It's like, what? He wants to be a teacher, and he's in
Yes,
grad
he
school.
finds out that he's in grad school, and she's just like, what? So another door is opening, and they find Daijin, and he's like, the worm or whatever will fall, and a lot of people will unalive. The earth
Hmm.
will split or whatever. And so they're trying to close the door. Meanwhile, this whole time, ever since Sota has been turned into a chair, he's been getting tired, and he doesn't know why. He was starting to sleep longer and longer and longer increments.
Hmm.
And he had, I guess, a dream where he was turning into ice, I suppose.
Hmm.
And Suzume woke him up. I think she kissed the chair. Moving on.
Probably.
She's like, wait, we're in a movie. Is that his face? I'm guessing she's thinking kiss him and he'll wake up like a frog from like the Princess and the
Hmm.
Frog. I don't know. And I'm like, ma'am. Anyway, so she manages to close the door. In the process, lost a shoe and lost Sota. Sota
Hmm.
became the
Soul
new
Stone.
keystone
Yep.
for in place of Daijin. And Daijin's probably just Daijin's living. He's happy,
It's
or
like, cool. It's
is
like,
happy.
hey, best
I can be
friend,
his partner.
Suzume.
Like,
Yeah.
I can be with Suzume, and I'm like, Daijin, not the time. She's falling. He saves her life because falling from that high up is not the
Hmm.
safest thing to
Hmm.
do. You know, you're not gonna bounce on that water when you
Nope.
land. She wakes up in the sewer, finds the other door to close, and closes that one. And her and Daijin have an argument,
Yep.
and she was about to throw that cat, but anyway, she closes the door and just um and she's like, just stay away from me or whatever. And Daijin just follows her, at some
Hmm.
point in time. She goes to, back to Silta's apartment, changes her shoes, and like, takes his shoes because her shoes are gone. She's hurt, she's
Yep.
bloody. And
And sad.
and sad, but determined to find a way to save Sota. Her idea though, she was quite willing to give up her life. Meanwhile, here's her aunt somewhere looking for her, willing to give up her life and
Yep.
become the keystone just so Sota, could live. And I don't understand that level of connection just because the movie had just started. It didn't allude to anything further for that
Yeah.
kind of connection. Like, not a secret love. She never blushed around him or anything like that. And I'm just wondering,
It's
it went
like it's like the
the lead, but
whole
didn't say
it's
anything.
like the whole 75% of the whole movie. It's like, okay, cool. I'm infatuated about your job, you know?
Yeah. Because I'm like, so are you crushing on him, or do you like the job? Is it just the adventure that you're sensing, or what is it that makes you want to just follow this guy? And I don't mean to sound like sound weird about that
Yeah.
aspect of it. It's just that there's no reason she needs to follow him. You know,
No, like I'm for real, but I'm gonna agree too, because like yeah, like 75% of the whole movie. Cool. This job. Cool. We get to do this. Cool. Oh wait. You're what? Oh wait, you this? Then around the road trip part, all of a sudden, oh, I love him. The heck?
did she say that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Do you know where? Because I gotta go find it.
It's when it's after where the somehow like her aunt explodes, like going, no, you know what, like I took you in and like, it's costing me blah 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 blah, like that whole argument too.
Oh, when she wasn't herself.
Yeah,
Which that doesn't make okay, let me stop.
that's
That was
also
different. I won't say
yeah
that doesn't make sense. It's just that wasn't happening to anybody else whenever they were, like approaching a door to close or anything like that.
yeah.
All of
So
those
like
feelings and all those things, like all of that happening wasn't if that wasn't her, why didn't it happen to anyone else? That
and
was just
plus
a
and plus
place
and
for
like
a
and
minute.
then like the thing she was in. Oh, Suzume is having flashbacks about when she was a kid too.
Now
So
see
yeah,
that makes sense to me, and I feel like they let it drop. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yes.
So Suzume, as you approach the ending of it, I'll just sorry, I'm taking so long. Speed
Oh,
run.
spoiler warnings, way ahead of time. Sorry, we've got to do that.
Okay, let it go. Okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that one. She goes to see his grandfather. Blah 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 blah. They talk. He yells at her,
Yeah.
tells her to leave. The hospital room is small. Moving on. Anyway,
Hmm.
then he finds out. She explains he can see what the closers see because she has actually been in the ever after. And I
Yeah.
thought, okay, cool beans, mystery. What went on here? And then flashbacks of her. You can hear a little kid's voice calling out
Yes.
for their mom.
Yes.
And
Because
then
like her mom died. So yeah.
yeah. So so to me, it honestly should have been connected to her mother. Moving on, I'm mad. Anyway.
I know, right? Because like that makes
um
more sense.
so Hanazawa sees her and she's like, we have to go to this place to find Sota or whatever, and because she knows where another door will be. And he's like, that's weird, but okay, hop in my car, strange child. Anyway, I'm sorry to say that.
Strange charge.
Oh,
Oh, and also strange aunt.
and then her
Okay.
aunt sees her and she's like, you stay away from my daughter. And she's like, or my niece, and she's just yelling at this, reasonably so, yelling at this guy
That's
because
very calm for some reason.
I mean, you guys do typically remain calm in some interesting situations, and I've
True.
asked my guy if he can show me the ways of the male calmness. And he was like, no. Like, show me the ways of how you guys remain calm. No. He said he couldn't. He said he couldn't, not just no. But
Let's see. No, I can't either.
I know. It's just like, how do you? Someone's
It's
screaming and freaking out at me while you're just like, do 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 do.
because like it's kind of hard to
Yeah,
explain. 'Cause, like
it's
guys are more, let's see, analytical and just practical.
and he's just
Yeah.
waiting for her to come. So
Yep.
Suzume's in the car, buckled up. Daijin hops in the car and curls up and goes to sleep. Suzume's
Yep.
giving him a mean mug at the
Oh
moment.
yeah. Yeah, and then like her aunt is Tamaki actually. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. So they're driving, she falls asleep and just the road trip. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Talk.
ahead and bypass
The road trip talk.
some
Yeah.
stuff because it's road trip talk.
Yeah.
Another cat joins them when they have a pit stop, and it's
Mhm.
a larger black cat. Honestly, it's so cute. that and that him and Daijin, but they had a little fight for a little bit before he just picks up Daijin, trying to remind him he's small.
Mhm.
And her aunt, has some weird, like, lets out all of her emotions that she thought that but okay, so Suzume thinks that her aunt gave away or gave up all of her good years because she's approaching 40 or something like that.
Yep.
And instead of just finding a guy and settling down and whatever. And Suzume feels bad for that, so that's probably why she just never really bonded, I guess, with her aunt. She wants her to live her life. And her aunt meanwhile was like, I was aware of that when I took you in, so
yeah, and I accepted it
yeah.
already, so yeah,
she's like,
so,
I had these thoughts, but it is what it is. Like, you're my
we're human,
yeah, it's normal to have those thoughts. But yeah, so they continue on in a old convertible, and when it started raining, anyway.
Is it red? Was it
just
red?
starts raining, and he gets the top and partially covered them.
Hey, it's a used car, okay?
Man.
Cheap but used, okay?
Real. Alluding to his teacher salary coming up. Joking. Anyway, so
come on, it's used but workable.
It did work. I mean, it worked really well. I don't know what exact. Oh, they got somehow run off the road. I forgot what happened there. Suzume found an abandoned bike and just said, "I'm going to my old house," because that's where the door is.
Yep, and the man I love or something, or whatever.
I gotta see that, because I feel like I'm blocking that because I was just not accepting it because of ages. It's probably because of ages, because I forget,
Yeah, it's part of the ages. Yeah.
I forget I'm American and this is set in Japan and they have different age.
Yeah, but it's the modern type of thing though. It's set in modern Japan though too, but still, it's like,
bro, and grass.
No,
whatever. Move it on.
Well, that and plus, the anime logic. Oh, the bike's there too, so yeah.
I mean, if it helps, if anyone's weirded out by that, he ain't thinking about her.
No. He wasn't. He's like, nah, I gotta close these doors. Oh, and also,
I gotta pass my exams.
Yep, man. And I'm like a grad student, okay? I gotta.
But see, that's why I would say it feels weird. It feels like that that's not a necessary interest. I feel like that was just not.
Yeah, because, and plot point too, because
it's the guy that I love, and I'm like, that's different. That kind of explains why you were chasing him around, but but like I said, she wasn't blushing around him. She wasn't alluding to anything. She was just so that was a little strange to just throw in there.
Yes, because that's why I said
to maybe, but
so that's why it's
it's okay to have friends, just not
that's why 75% of the movie you're like, okay, but then the last little bit, you're like, what? Really?
That was different.
Yeah.
Garden of Words. The barest minimum of Garden of Words that I remember. But anyway.
Yeah. Yep. Teenager, older woman. Yep. Same thing.
Yep. But yeah, so she's not
except he actually has a craft. He makes shoes, so.
Yep. That was it. Yeah. I remember a little bit of it. It looked pretty. Bright though, but pretty. But so Suzume, she's searching for this door, and I do appreciate her aunt just going with her, probably wondering if this whole kid is having a mental breakdown years later after her mom died. And she finds this old time capsule she buried and sees her old coloring book. It says, "Oh wow, the door was real." And because she went through it when she was 4?
Yeah, 4.
As far as she and then the next pages were black. She, colored black because the child is depressed. Because her mom's dead. And she's apparently roaming around asking if anyone's seen her mom. And they're like, still, no one's told her. Or she says she knew. She just didn't want
to accept it. Yeah.
I mean, because how do you explain that to
A 4-year,
extremely reasonably bright 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Um, so she finds the door, open, goes in to search for Sota, finds Sota and everything. They do the thing. Daijin both cats go with them, and
Mhm.
Tamaki has to believe her because it became like inert or inactive when she went through the door. Right when Tamaki was running up to her like, "Wait, Suzume!"
Yeah.
But
Like, why you here, Suzume?
she's like running up to her right when Suzume just disappears out the
Yep.
door. Wait,
Yep.
or through the door, like what?
With the cat too. With the cat.
With the cats. So, they do the thing. She gets Sota and everything. But so when she was a child, she went during winter and was out calling for her mom. And in the process, found an abandoned door, opened it, and she had gotten lost in the ever after. And
Mm-hmm.
so she thinks that she saw her mom there, but it was actually herself in the future. And blah 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 blah. Stretch. I see you stretch.
Yeah.
um.
Just
So she, huh?
itching.
Oh. So she after the they
The door.
get the keystones back to the cats, and poor little Daijin's like, but I wanted to be your cat, and okay, but can you just do it with your hands, and so just
Mm-hmm.
because I guess you just
But
wanted
at
to
the
be
same time,
held.
but at the same time, Daichi, it is your fault. So yeah.
I mean, she touched it. It's probably her. I don't
Well,
see
actually, like, yeah. Well, both. Suzume's
Moral
fault.
of the
Oh,
movie:
anyways.
if you venture to an abandoned area, don't touch nothing.
Well, like a abandoned area, and then all of a sudden see a shrine. Don't touch it.
Don't touch nothing.
Mhm.
What your parents told you in the grocery store. Don't look at nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. Yes, she they did all that. She talks to her younger self and everything, and it's just I get that aspect of it, and I
Mhm.
appreciated that. It's just
The whole wording, like the whole message of the whole movie was, it's like,
you followed him because you felt connected because
connected, or like, or a like,
connection or love connection. Like, what kind of connection are we going for here?
yeah, it's like okay, the whole time. Okay, cool. Is this is an
I mean,
adventure. Oh, his job
mean,
is cool.
she's
I don't
not
care.
wrong
Yeah.
necessarily when she told him at the beginning, which I forgot to say. The reason she went with him to close doors is because he was a chair. He couldn't do it. So
Yeah.
she probably felt responsible for that and went to do it. I get
And that's
that.
understandable too.
I
Like,
get that. Like, but at the
you
end when
know,
you said like she's like, I'm gonna go find the guy I love,
yeah.
that's a little where did that come from?
Like I said, okay,
Like,
75% of
whoa.
the movie. Again, majority of the
Pump the
movie was
brakes,
like
man.
again,
Pump the brakes on
majority
that
of the
on
movie
that
was like
abandoned bike.
some fun, adventure type of anime where okay, cool. I'm carrying around a chair. I'm looking awkward. Okay, so this is all cool. Then all of a sudden they throw in this part with her. Yeah, you know.
That one's that's honestly what got me. I'm just like, what? You going to find the guy you love, man?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
he gave me a job to do, so I'm just trying to do this in this place, and then like going to find him or something like that.
And she did tell like his grandpa that like she likes him too.
Okay, apparently I gotta go find the middle of the movie and just watch from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at the end of the movie, Hanazawa admits that actually he's the one who owed Sota money.
Yep.
Sota is going to find all the remaining doors to close them. Suzume and her aunt went back home. And at the end of the movie, she's riding that bike down the hill again, and there's Sota, and then she smiles and it ends, and I'm just like, what? What are we?
It's like, what's the message really? of the movie movie.
I'm just frustrated because I watched Your Name, We don't get that fulfilling ending. We get a, can I have your name? And it just ends. I'm like,
Hey,
absolutely not.
hey, okay. Here's the thing. At least your name mostly makes sense in a way, you know.
I
At
like the
least,
little twist in the middle,
yeah, yeah,
even though
okay,
that was kind of nasty.
yeah. But again,
Don't drink sake. That's made the old fashioned way. It was nasty.
yep, I know, right?
That's
Especially
it was
in
desperate.
a, especially in a abandoned shrine again too. So yes.
I mean, it was sealed. That movie
Well,
was just really pretty. I mean,
hey, age sake, okay? It's age
age
sake.
sake. Okay, so what is it? You chew the rice and you spit it into this thing. And it was just like, oh, so you just drink rice spit. All right, moving
Yep.
on. This is how we
Yeah,
do it.
but like, okay, at least your name made like from sense to the beginning to the end. Okay, this one is like, cool. Say what?
Maybe if her dreams or memories or whatever started earlier in the movie about, like maybe she will understand, like, I went through this. If maybe they said it a little bit clearer, I went through this door when I was younger or something, and this is why
Yeah,
I
because
drink
like
rice.
because like in the very
Just this.
beginning she was dreaming, and then
Mm.
about her being younger. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's the draw. But throwing in, oh, I'm going to after this guy because I love him, not because I want answers to where in the world I was when I was little or
Yeah.
something. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
it
See,
doesn't
so
always have to be
like
about
if
a
they went through that
relationship.
line thought process of, hey, I was 4, I was in the store, what really happened? Yeah, that would make
I
way
was
more
looking for my
sense.
mom. And if
Yeah.
that's where souls go, why couldn't she have just met her mom?
Yeah.
If that's where souls go, why couldn't her
Yeah.
mom just, soul herself there and be like, "Hi, baby. Everything's gonna be okay. Your
It's
auntie's
cool.
here, whatever.
You're
Just go back through that
fine.
door, or
Yeah.
or even, and I have no problem with, her meeting her younger self either. It's just
Hmm.
it's just like, no, this guy, I'm going after the man I
Yeah.
love. Like, you don't know him. you had one conversation with this man. It wasn't even a conversation, and then, but he's doing the job that you for some reason are like not necessarily dreaming about. Oh my god, I don't know. It's just
Hmm.
that whole
I
aspect.
know. Yeah.
But otherwise,
It-
it's a good movie.
yeah.
I don't know. The rating is goes back to Netflix. Can't find the rating.
It's PG.
Oh yeah, because Josh made a joke, and I was like, okay, good. I say that just because of how your name starts.
I know. It's like,
Your name is like that. Never mind, I won't say that. Anyway, your
come
name is a good
on.
movie.
It's a guy thing, okay?
Nah, if I woke up and I just felt something on my chest too, I probably would try to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
Like, I've woken up with my dog before True, with the smaller one, just literally somehow squirrels himself into the nook of my arm.
Hmm.
And I've known people who've woken up with their cats just sleeping on their heads. So I mean, I would also, the way he woke up in a different body, I would also check.
Yeah.
And I'll say the other part after stream. Because I don't want to go there right now. This is a clean stream.
But like, if you guys are curious, yes, look back on the Your Name anime talk. Then you know what we're talking about. So yeah.
But yeah, Suzume is a nice movie. It has a really catchy theme song that I have spammed since I've watched the movie last year, which is, you can go on YouTube and find it, called Suzume.
Hmm.
And it's really nice. Wear some
Especially
headphones,
the
zone out.
especially the road trip song. So yeah.
I gotta find that road trip song because I swear that's in every road trip movie. I swear.
Hmm.
Besides the country road one or whatever.
Hmm.
That one is a popular one too, and it's always interesting hearing it in Japanese.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
But,
wait.
but yeah, guys, like that's the anime. So definitely give it a watch. Okay, Suzume. It is on Netflix and Crunchyroll. It's not on Hulu because I have Hulu and I did check and it's not there. But probably High Dive. And if you feel like selling the seeds, go ahead. We don't condone it, okay? But if you do, it's not our fault. Just
Ooh,
saying, you know. But yeah, I would say, hey, just put it on your list to watch. You know.
is this coming soon? So, Toes and I, we're as you said before, what we're watching anime movies and whatnot, and just some anime that's on Netflix, and rating them. So there is one that just popped up, and I don't know when it's coming, but it's called The Summer Hikaru Died,
Oh,
and
that'll be interesting.
I know, and it says remind me, so I guess it's not available yet. the
Yes,
so
guys. So there you go. Watch out for that. We will probably be doing that too
I'm just gonna
when it ever
set
comes
that
out.
reminder because I'm curious and nosy, and because my hair color matches whoever one of the characters is. So
Yes. So, well, that's
what's
it.
the next
That's it.
movie?
The next movie.
Yeah,
I don't know yet. I will probably have to browse through too and see what we decide to.
was it was it a romance one? I
Was it the,
feel like
something
it.
like something stars? Like something
You
stars?
you know what's messed up? I'm watching that
Hmm?
later, and I'm still like stricken it on the day. And I feel like this is gonna be. I feel like I might enjoy it, and I feel like this is gonna be with that situation when we reviewed Blue Period when I couldn't remember anyone's name. I just know I enjoyed the show. Oh my god! I'm gonna be
No, I
like,
got you for the name. So yeah, so we will decide, guys. So just watch out for the stream
yes.
title. So yeah. But anyways,
Also,
hey, yeah. Oh yeah.
right, I'll tell you about that later.
You sure?
Oh, okay. I just scrolled past it. Also, if you like Marshall, the new season is coming up. Season is coming up on Netflix, along with a new season of Don the Don.
Yep. That is, I think, like later this month or like next month. I think
Yes,
this month.
it should be. I mean, it was said to be. Scroll back. Boop. It's not gonna tell me. It just says new season coming.
Yeah.
Don
So
the Don.
yeah.
Don the Don is. Listen, I understand people's gripes with it. It's a nice anime.
Hey. Yeah. But like, we're not gonna get into the deep, but hey, it's one of those quirky animes. Okay.
It's a quirky anime, and I understand why some people have a gripe with it. And their gripe is usually in the first episode, and I'll just say that shouldn't be where your gripe is. It gets worse.
No. Okay. Here's the thing.
It gets worse.
Here's the thing. For new anime watchers or people that are only just like just only tourists,
That's
we're
that's a nice way to call people like that. You're just
yeah
stopping by.
yeah okay that like you guys don't understand where like this is type of anime. It's a quirky and weird. Okay, and like basically like you gotta get your head out of like the American thought of more of like the Japanese thought. Okay, because Japanese humor is way different than ours. Okay.
The rating is TVMA.
Yep.
Do with that what you will.
Yep. Okay.
I will say
Okay.
that it has heart. It has the moments that I understand why people are like, absolutely not. However, if we ever review it, I'll say it. I just want to say it right now.
Oh no, we will because like I want to see if I could ask.
Evil Eye. Season 2's
no.
Evil Eye.
Oh, okay. No, I gotta ask one of my other friends that we play Mortal Kombat with, because like he's watched it and I want to see his impression too when he watched it.
It's just
Yeah, no, because like, yeah,
they just it's because they get like it gets very predatory
Hmm.
sounding, I guess. I don't know what other way to call it. And I get why. Some people online have said like, usually people do go through, this a lot. Like when the season was ending, which ah, why they ended like that? Anyway, it's like
I know.
the worst place to end it. But when the season was ending, the girl, uh, oh my god, whatever her name is, she's in a hot spring,
Yeah,
and apparently in tiny print, off in the distance is a co-ed one, and these grown men are like, they call themselves gators, and if you really think about it, they're calling themselves a predator and thinking of her as
yeah,
prey, and and they're just coming after her, and then it ends and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, but see, that's the thing that some people go through. So it shows that a lot. And I think people watch anime to escape. They don't want to watch that to have that realism of life in that aspect. However, there are some episodes where I'm just like, bro, this is a little much.
yeah. But yeah, so like so, hey,
Yeah.
like watch out for the future too of Don the Don 2. So yes.
It's pretty funny. It has a pretty cool, it's an awesome opening. So
Yeah. So on that note, yes, did we spoil like Don Don a tiny bit for you? Yes, but not the full thing. But hey, either way, we'll be back for more anime talk and probably some mukbangs too. Yeah, so there's the brown butter baker. That's awesome.
Yay!
She bakes stuff. They're
Yes, I
delicious.
do.
Cookies too. But yeah, hey, definitely give me a like and subscribe. It will be much appreciated because hey, it costs you nothing to hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah. So Blind Toes here. We'll be back for more, and don't worry, you will see Joker too. Because again,
Joker.
conflicting schedules. Okay, so
Joker, we
yeah,
love you.
yeah. So bye.
Bye.